Hello students, welcome back to a new lecture. This week we're going to look into recommender systems. Basically we look at two things, the mathematical foundation for doing recommendations. You'll see this is something we need in several lectures in the next coming weeks, and then a concrete application of this model, the so-called vector space model, to recommendation systems. So we look at different kind of recommendations known as collaborative filtering and content-based recommendation. So what are recommender systems? Well, you've all seen them when you interact with most websites, e-commerce websites, social websites. They are not just simply empty and wait for you to search or do something. They give you active recommendations. Well, most prominent example, you go to an online shopping website and it will recommend you something to buy. It's not just an empty page like Google. It will tell you, how about this? And more interestingly, once you interacted with the website, once you bought something, you will get more recommendations that are personalized. So you will get recommendations based on what you previously looked at, watched, or bought. And you know, this kind of works. It's not like you're going to buy everything it recommends to you, but from time to time you see something and you think, oh, that looks interesting, let's have another look. Or you get recommended a video to watch on YouTube or a song. So these recommender systems are really important for any kind of modern website. So what's behind these recommender systems? Basically, what they need is information not just about the items they have, but also additional metadata. So the item is what the website is managing. Well, for an e-commerce online web shop, this can be all kinds of stuff. Well, Amazon is selling books and videos and basically everything nowadays, but it could also be a more focused website. Now it could be a movie video recommendation service, think of YouTube and Netflix, or a music recommendation service. So the website has users and the users interact with various items. What we now need to make recommendations is some metadata about these items. So metadata can be things like keywords, tags that were assigned by users, or some kind of interaction. The user can buy something, user can rate something, give a star rating, or interact with the item some other way. For example, watching a video would create an interaction. So in general, you can distinguish metadata for users and items into attribute-based, content-based, and user action-based. Attributes is based on some concrete attribute of the item or the user. So for an item, it could be the price or the length or the format or something like this. Content is based on, well, the actual content. So for example, the content of some text, a book, a news article, or the content of a video or a song. And user action-based are interactions between the user and the website. So whenever you say you like something, whenever you give it a rating in form of a star rating, whenever you interact with something, now even just clicking on something to watch it, that is a user action. And you collect this as metadata for an item. So now that we have all of this information collected between users, items, and items metadata, the question is how we can use this data to make a recommendation. And before I tell you some of the techniques that we're going to cover in this lecture, have a quick look at this video on Netflix recommendations. Netflix is a good example because they couldn't really function without recommendations. Yeah, they have a huge catalog, and Netflix makes money from user staying with their subscription. So if Netflix doesn't recommend anything, then you might look at these millions of items, not find anything you're interested in, and then just decide, there's nothing I want to watch, I'll just cancel my subscription. Or if it makes bad recommendations or just generic recommendations based on the top N, the newest, the most watched items, again, this wouldn't fit specifically what you are interested in. So companies like Netflix have interest in modeling precisely what to recommend to a specific user. And this is briefly addressed in this video here. Have a look, and then I will meet you for the first part, where we discuss how to implement collaborative filtering techniques. See you then.